You can now create a custom voice changer just for you, whatever you can imagine, using a really robust voice changing studio in Voicemod. It's totally amazing. In this tutorial video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I mean, you guys are probably familiar already with how you could plug in a voice changer into a Stream Deck, right? So I'm going to enable Voicemod right now by pressing a button here on my Stream Deck, and now my voice changes in real time. This is one of the pre-built voices into Voicemod Pro. If you're not already familiar with how this works, I have other tutorial videos on the channel and link in the description below to pick up a Stream Deck. It's a great way to control your Voicemod software. As you can see, at the press of a button, you can change everything in terms of audio. But getting a custom voice on here requires you to build it in Voicemod from scratch. Check this out. Here's how you do it, guys. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the voice box section of the software up there in the top left hand corner, and you can scroll down to create a custom voice right here, and you can click create voice to access this menu. If you don't want to use that version, then you can also access it by clicking the Voice Lab button up there in the corner with the little beaker, and that will take you to the same section. We're going to click Voice Lab. When you click it, if you don't already have these enabled, it's going to prompt you to turn on Hear Myself and Voice Changer. I recommend enabling this. I'm not going to enable it because I'm doing a tutorial video and I don't want to sound crazy while I'm explaining the software, but you should enable these so you can hear the effect as you're working on it in real time. We're going to apply 2 effects today, and I'm going to show you how you can control them in real time, which is really fun. Okay, so let's say, for example, I wanted to change the pitch of my voice during my streams, higher or lower pitch, right? You can enable any effect that's here on the side, and it'll just plug it right in, as you can see, into the effects chain here on this line. You can then change all of the settings of your effect as you're working on them in real time and listen to them as you go through, and it gives you a handy description. This one obviously changes, lowers or higher the pitch of your voice, right? So I recommend humanizing all of the effects as you're creating them, and I'm going to disappear for a moment. You see over here, there are settings right over here like called intelligible. I really encourage you to turn up intelligible as much as possible on any effect that you're creating, because you want people to be able to understand you. Understood? Cool. Otherwise, the effects are really difficult to use, especially on live streams. Awesome. Then once you play with the settings a little bit, you can then turn on the voice changer and hear yourself. I'm going to turn it on right now.
And you guys can hear that my voice sounds different. So as I slide the slider up, I sound like this. As I slide it down, I sound like this, etc. And then you'll find just
the right setting. Okay, I'm not going to leave that on the whole time. Then let's say you wanted to stack your perfect pitch that you selected with another effect to create a totally custom work of art. You can do that. So let's say I wanted to sound like a different pitch plus a robot. There's a robot effect here that I can stack on top of it. So I'm going to enable Robotifier. Notice how it adds Robotifier in line in the effects chain, and then I can go through and do similar settings with different robot voices and textures. Once again, I want you to double check every effect that you go through and go right over here on the side and make sure you turn up intelligible to 100, or make sure you at least experiment with intelligible being turned up high so that your audience can understand what you are saying. Otherwise, your joke will not be heard, or your voice will not really matter that much. Cool. So let's go ahead and turn on listening to that so you can hear it.
And as you can hear, my pitch is changed and I'm roboting at the same time. And I can change the different effects here and move them up and down and change them as I see fit with this custom voice changer.
Awesome. I'll let you guys experiment with all of these, but once you're done creating what you're making, be sure to hit the save button along the way. Hit save. Awesome. And then what you're going to do is you're going to want to plug in metadata for your voice. I'm going to disappear again once we do this. So up here in the top right hand corner, you can type in a custom name and, let me disappear, and do a custom avatar for your voice. So when you plug it into something like the Stream Deck I was showing you a moment ago, it'll just pop up as a picture on your Stream Deck. Check this out. Hit click custom. I'm going to call this robot pitch. You name yours, whatever you want to call yours. And then you can click the button right here where it has the picture icon, and you can plug in a picture. I definitely recommend that. Download something off the internet, whatever you need to do, so that you can identify it. All right, so I'm going to do the treasure chest icon here for this one, just a random picture I have on my computer. Awesome. Hit save, and then you're all done with your voice. Now, if you want to plug in your voice onto your Stream Deck, what you can do is pull up your Stream Deck software. I'm going to go ahead and pull up mine. And what you can do on your Stream Deck, I'll come back, is I scroll down to the bottom right-hand corner here in the Stream Deck software. And as you can see, there's a plus voice changer button there. I have a whole tutorial video about this on the channel, but you can drag that voice changer onto the palette here with your deck. And then you go ahead and down here at the bottom, you click select a voice, and then you're going to choose the voice that you just made. You just named it, so it will show up here in the list of voices, which is really, really cool. And there it is. There's Robot Pitch. The voice that we made now shows up in the list of voices that you can pull up on your Stream Deck. And as you can see, the icon shows up in your Stream Deck here and here, so that you can see it on your Stream Deck when you use it, and you can punch that button anytime you want to trigger that voice. That is just an example of how you can implement this. There are also other ways that you can implement your voice and trigger it during your streams by adding a keybind. Let me show you how to do that. Check this out behind me. So right here, down here in the bottom, see that add keybind button right down here? So what you're going to do is you're going to click add keybind, and then you can type in whatever you want. So I'll do Shift H. It doesn't really matter. You can do a keybind, and you don't have to have a Stream Deck, and it'll do a hotkey for you to hotkey that voice on and off and for you to go to it. So you don't have to have a Stream Deck to trigger these voices. Cool? But wait, there's more. You can also, if you want to, manually click the button to get that voice to come up here in the menus within Voice Lab. So as you are kind of going through your voices here, if you like to manually click the icons, what you can do is you can heart that custom voice, and it'll show up in your favorites in your main voice box library, and you'll have your voice you just created, as you can see right over here in those favorites, and you can manually click it as well in the software to trigger that custom voice. Sound good? That's how you make custom voices in Voicemod. The sky is the limit, your creativity is the limit, and speaking of limits, I want you guys to break through. And I want you guys to have the highest quality possible, and that's why I'm doing a Gaming Creator Bundle giveaway for free. Link in the description below. And what you guys can do is you can win a Restream.io license, TubeBuddy license, and that amazing mixer that I'm using right here in my studio, as well as my Rodecaster Pro microphone. All of that available. This mixer right here, this amazing mixer, I'm giving this away for free, and I'm giving this incredible microphone away for free right over here, brand new from Rode, $1,100 in gear for creators. Link in the description below to enter, completely free to enter that contest. I hope you guys do it. I'm doing one of these giveaways every single quarter because I want you guys to have the software and tools you need to succeed. This mic sounds great, and this mixer sounds great. I'm running this mixer right now with Voicemod. So go ahead and take advantage of that contest and enter today. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy making those custom voices. Adios, creators.